Hello everybody, welcome back. My name is P.T. Schwab, and today we're going to think about how to make a comic book story. Now first, I want to think about my comic book panels, right? I'm going to think about making a story. So maybe I'll make 3 panels, and I'm using my ruler to kind of help myself out. If I make 2 lines with this ruler, that cuts my piece of paper into 1, 2, 3 sections. The next thing I want to think about is what's going to happen in each panel, right? What's this story, what's going to happen in this story? I'm going to draw a character that is opening the fridge and getting ice cream. Maybe think about the kitchen, what it looks like. There's the floor, there's the wall. Maybe we'll draw a refrigerator here, like this. We'll give our refrigerator one of those handles. Same with the freezer. And then our character is coming up to the fridge. So they're walking towards the fridge, looking for some ice cream. So I'm drawing an advanced stick figure that I'll add some shapes on, right? Nice cylinders for the arms, things like that. So there's the person, there's the fridge in the background. This person is going to be walking towards this fridge. Maybe in our kitchen has a clock up here, just like that. The second panel might be a close-up of the fridge, and more specifically the freezer, I guess I should say, right? The freezer is here, the door is open, and this character is going to see some ice cream in there that they want. So I'll think about drawing the ice cream. And what other stuff is in freezers, right? There's always ice trays, couple ice trays here. Maybe some frost, right? Some freezers have all that white frost on them. Maybe back here there's like a frozen pizza or something. All sorts of stuff. But right in the front is the ice cream, and that's what the character wants. So I'm going to put their hands, right? We have our freezer, and I'm going to put, let me think about how I want to do this. Maybe the person is right here, they're kind of going off the page a little bit. Their head's up here. And they are just about to reach their hand in there to get some ice cream. So here's their hand. It's going up for that ice cream. This character's gonna get it and be very happy. So boom, just like that. We laid in that panel, right? And the fridge would be below the freezer, so there's that big door handle down here. And we wouldn't see the clock, right? The clock was far away, and now that we're so close to the fridge and the freezer, we don't see that clock anymore. That clock would be kind of up here somewhere in this panel. So we don't have to worry about drawing that clock. And last, we have the person walking to the fridge, we have the person opening the fridge and getting the ice cream. I think the last thing will be maybe at the kitchen table. So we want to think about the table that the character's sitting at. The table might have some legs. And they will probably have a nice bowl of ice cream on that table. Right, draw the spoon. Here's the bowl of ice cream. We'll put some scoops of ice cream in there. And then we'll put the person sitting at the table. So their shoulders, maybe one hand is resting on the table. And then we would see their feet kind of in a seated position below the table, right? Their chair that they're sitting on would be back here. So when you're drawing comics, you really have to think about all the stuff that goes in these pictures. How am I going to tell someone a story? And what stuff do I need to draw to tell them that story, right? It's about adding a lot of details, about thinking about everything that you need to tell your story. So there's the person sitting at the table about to eat the ice cream. And maybe the clock is over here now, because maybe they went to the other side of the kitchen. Maybe there's a window in the background too that we can see out of. So now the last thing I want to do is I want to ink it. So I can use the black marker to sort of draw some ink on my panels to sort of make my panels stand out. And then let's ink our first panel. Let's see, we want to make this fridge stand out. So the nice thing about inking is when you draw it in pencil first, inking is actually pretty simple because you already know where you want everything to be and what it looks like. Inking is just kind of the final step, right? It's how to add everything that you want in your drawing and to sort of trace the pencil that's already there. And then what you can do after you've inked it is you can take your eraser and clean up those pencil lines so you don't see them anymore. And no one will ever know that all that pencil was there, right? You just erase it, have it nice and clean. And you could even put word bubbles in there if you want, right? If you think about telling a story, a lot of stories are told with words. So you can maybe put a speech bubble in there or a word bubble. And maybe in this first panel, it would say something like, I'm hungry. After it's inked, I can erase the pencil. So maybe in this panel, they are thinking it, not saying it. So instead of a speech bubble, I would draw a thought bubble. And that's coming out of the person's head. And maybe they say, ooh, ice cream. Because they're opening the freezer and they're seeing ice cream. And in our last panel, maybe the person is thinking again. And in this thought bubble, maybe they'll say something like, I can't wait to eat this ice cream. There we go. And we can ink that up and finish it up however we want. But that's basically how to make a story. So I hope you guys had fun today drawing comic book stories. Keep up the good work, keep drawing, and I'll see you guys soon. Thanks.